Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sneaker Updates. This will be Sneaker Updates number 36. If you happen to be new here, this has now become a weekly series on the channel, and if you're not familiar with the series, essentially we go over a variety of different sneakers, that of which got updates for throughout this week. For example, some of those may potentially include some Nike and Off-White, Yeezys, Jordans, and more. But with that short little intro out of the way, why don't we jump right into the first update? Kicking it off with some Nike and Off-White, we just got a small update, nothing too big. From Chicago to the world, Nike believes the power of sport brings people together and shapes the future. With that belief in mind, Nike and Virgil have joined forces to design the Nike Lab Chicago Recreation Center, a cultural hub for giving the youth access to mentorships and providing the tools needed to express their creativity. Sign-ups for these workshops will occur via Nike sneakers. Of course, this wasn't a massive update, I just wanted to briefly mention it, and you should expect this to come up somewhat soon, but let's move on to some Yeezys, because that's where the bulk of today's info lies. We got a lot of Yeezys coming up, guys. So last week, we discussed the Lundmark 350, the Synth 350, and the Antlia 350 reflective and non-reflective variant. Courtesy of So Friesen, we have a couple of updates regarding these and some others. So first of all, the Lundmark 350 will now be dropping July 13th for $220. Furthermore, according to them, we will also be seeing the Yeezy 350 Reimagined pack. For example, when it comes to this pack, according to these mock-ups, the Yeezy Zebra now has the translucent static stripe in comparison to the usual red stripes that it had on, obviously, the last pair. Of course, guys, these are just mock-ups, but it is something to look forward to. And finally, courtesy of them, the Yeezy 350 Turtle Dove will be releasing again. Now, regarding this release, the way this is going to go down, it's going to be exclusive access via the Europe Adidas app. If you guys haven't seen by now, they've actually been doing this exclusive access pretty frequently on Adidas, primarily Adidas Europe. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. It's not significant stock, but when it comes to these Turtle Doves, obviously, I mean, this is pretty insane. The date for these should be the 27th. Moving on, courtesy of Yeezy Mafia, the reflective Antlia will drop June 21st, while the non-reflective variant will be dropping the 22nd, as mentioned a couple of weeks ago. Also, just a friendly reminder, the black Yeezy 350 V2 drops this Friday, the 7th. Yeah, I know, why couldn't they do it Saturday? But anyway, it's dropping for $220 in the men's sizes, and of course, guys, it's going to be extremely profitable. Very, very profitable. Even when it comes to the common sizes, that being sizes above 6.5, they're going to be very profitable too, guys. We're going full throttle all the way on these. Not only that, but also preschool sizes and also toddler sizes have plenty of potential. Then, regarding the reflective pairs, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking about those, consortium retailers like S&S, Kith, Juice will be dropping these on the 6th. And not only that, there's also going to be a couple of in-store drops that are going to be occurring on the 5th. Now, not only that, of course, we have Adidas and Yeezy Supply, which are going to be, the biggest drop. Are they releasing on Adidas? Yes, absolutely. They're going to be releasing on Adidas. At least that's because they've been loaded up for a significant amount of time. I am expecting the reflective variant to be dropping. Then, in addition to that, you should also expect Yeezy Supply to be releasing these too, of course. Now, although there is certainly potential for a shock drop on these, like what we saw with the glow-in-the-dark Yeezys, I wouldn't exactly say this is going to be the case, although it would be smart to be prepared just in case. I feel that they would not want to do this specifically because the glow-in-the-dark pair was something special. The reason they dropped that at 12 a.m. was because it glows in the dark. It's literally a shoe that glows in the dark, so it's supposed to be at night, and then Yeezy Supply just matched the Adidas time. But when it does come to Yeezy Supply, they normally drop at 3 a.m. anyway, so you're probably going to be up waiting for them no matter what. The potential dates for these as of now are the 5th, because that's where a lot of places are dropping in-store, the 6th, because that's where the majority of retailers are releasing. Not only that, but also the 8th. But the primary thing to note here is nothing is for certain, and it's important to be prepared for everything. But that's essentially it for Yeezys. I'm excited for all of those drops, of course. So let's move on to some Jordans. First of all, courtesy of Han Zhu Ying, we have an in-hand look at the first class flight dropping in July for $160. Moving on to Z Sneakerheads, we have a couple of mock-ups. First of all, we have a look at the Jordan 1 Black Game Royal, which will be dropping in the spring of 2020. Additionally, we have a mock-up of the Air Max 95 Neon Jordan 4, which drops in March of 2020 for $200. Also a mock-up of the Vast Gray Jordan 11 coming in women's sizes for $220. These are quite reminiscent of the cool gray 11s if you did miss out on those. And my personal favorite, a mock-up of the reverse court purple dropping in spring of 2020 for $160. If you did miss out on the initial court purple drop, this is the next best thing. Moving on, June 8th, for $120, we will be seeing the Jordan 1 Mid Kawhi 54. They've already dropped a ton in price, however, there still is some potential for just a little bit of lunch money in the very small sizes when they do drop on Nike.com, considering Nike.com does do free returns, but it's really nothing significant when it comes to these. Moving to some miscellaneous sneakers though, with Jordans out of the way. First of all, one thing I'm super excited for is the white Fear of God Air 1s that we spoke about last month that are now set for dropping June 8th for $350. In fact, you can actually get started now signing up for a couple of raffles. Not only that, but of course the foot apps as well. Unlike the orange and green pairs, which were US exclusive, this pair will be worldwide. Moving on, just a friendly reminder that the undercover daybreaks will be dropping June 7th for $160. I really don't know why they have to drop all the heat on one single day. It would be so fantastic. I mean, this would be a utopia if they could drop them one by one, perhaps maybe one every other day. That would be fantastic because then there'd be no dry spots and there'd be no mayhem. But you know, that's not how the world works, so I guess it's whatever. Moving on from those though, just a friendly reminder that the 90B True does drop at some retailers on the 6th. Not only that, but also Nike sneakers on the 15th. But there is certainly potential for profit when it comes to this Air Max 90. When it comes to the other shoes in this collection or the other pieces, not so much, but this Air Max 90 specifically does have good potential. With that though, I'm going to conclude today's video. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed or if you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also, I do apologize that I'm not speaking too loud. I recently just recovered from getting my voice back. Now I'm starting to lose it again and getting a cough, but of course I did want to make sure I did put out this video for you guys, considering there is so many hyped up drops that are coming up right around the corner. But feel free to subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated on all these hyped releases. With that though, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
It's a yeah! Why are you always in my way, knocking me over every single day? Get your foot off my foot, It's a yeah! I should have run the other way. Now there's just one thing to say. Get your foot off my foot,